The year is 1903. The place is Van Meter, Iowa. Picture a town where life moves at a slower pace. The air is filled with the scent of freshly cut hay. Friendly greetings are exchanged on dirt roads. This is a place where folks leave their doors unlocked at night. It's a town much like any other in the heartland of America. But all that was about to change. In the fall of 1903, the ordinary became extraordinary. The peace of Van Meter was shattered. Something strange was stalking the night. It was a creature unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. The people of Van Meter called it simply the Visitor. Our story begins with a well-respected businessman named U.G. Griffith. It was late one evening when Mr. Griffith first encountered the unknown. He was walking home, enjoying the crisp autumn air. Suddenly, a bright light caught his eye. It was coming from the sky above. The light descended slowly, hovering just above the ground. Curiosity warred with fear in Mr. Griffith's heart. He cautiously approached the light. As he drew closer, he could make out a shape within the light. It was something large, something unnatural. What happened next would be debated for years to come. Mr. Griffith's experience was just the beginning. Over the next few days, more and more people reported seeing the strange light and the creature it concealed. The Visitor, as it came to be known, was sighted at different times of day and night. Each witness added to the growing sense of unease. One particularly harrowing encounter involved a local farmer named Clarence Dunn. Mr. Dunn was returning home from a neighbouring town when he saw the creature perched atop a telephone pole. The creature's eyes glowed an eerie red in the darkness. Its claws scraped at the wooden pole, leaving deep gouges. Mr. Dunn, understandably shaken, whipped his horses into a frenzy and sped away. The accounts of the Van Meter Visitor, though varied, painted a consistent picture of the creature's appearance. It was described as being about 8 feet tall and resembling a cross between a bat and a man. It had leathery wings, sharp claws and glowing red eyes. Some witnesses reported a horn-like protrusion on its forehead. This detail only served to amplify the growing terror in Van Meter. The creature's most unsettling ability was its manipulation of light. It seemed to emit a blinding light from its body. This light was often seen preceding its appearances. Many believed it used the light to disorient its prey. This element of the unknown only served to heighten the fear gripping the town. Section 5. The night O.V. White fired his gun. As sightings of the mysterious creature became more frequent and bold, the townspeople's determination to confront it grew stronger. They whispered among themselves, sharing stories of eerie encounters and strange happenings that sent shivers down their spines. One man, O.V. White, a Civil War veteran, was particularly troubled by the town's plight. Having faced the horrors of war, he was no stranger to fear, but this creature was unlike anything he had ever encountered. Armed with his trusty rifle, a weapon that had seen him through many battles, he vowed to protect Van Meter from whatever threatened it. He spent his days preparing, ensuring his rifle was in perfect condition and his knights on high alert, ready for any sign of the creature. One fateful night, Mr. White's moment arrived. The air was thick with tension and the silence was almost deafening. The creature landed on the roof of his barn, bathing the farmyard in an eerie, otherworldly light that seemed to pulse with a life of its own. With a steady hand and a determined heart, Mr. White took aim and fired. The sound of the gunshot echoed through the night, a sharp crack that seemed to split the darkness. To his astonishment, the bullet seemed to have no effect. It was as if the creature was impervious to the very laws of nature. The creature simply turned its glowing eyes toward him, eyes that seemed to pierce through his very soul, and let out an ear-splitting shriek that echoed across the farm. Shaken but undeterred, Mr. White emptied his rifle at the creature, each shot a desperate attempt to protect his home and his town. Still, it showed no signs of injury. The bullet seemed to pass through it as if it were made of smoke. With a final, defiant screech, the creature spread its massive wings and vanished into the night, leaving Mr. White standing in stunned silence. his rifle empty and his heart pounding. Section 6. Fear grips Van Meter. The creature's seeming invulnerability to bullets only served to heighten the fear gripping Van Meter. What could possibly hurt it? What were its intentions? These questions plagued the minds of the townspeople. The once peaceful community was now gripped by terror. Sleep became a luxury few could afford. The townspeople, desperate for a way to protect themselves, organized armed posses. They patrolled the streets at night, their eyes scanning the skies. The sound of gunshots, once a rarity, became a chillingly common occurrence. But the creature, if it noticed their efforts at all, seemed completely unfazed. Descent into darkness, the mine at the end of town. The creature's reign of terror reached its peak when it was tracked to an abandoned coal mine on the outskirts of town. This mine, once a bustling hub of activity, had long been forgotten, its entrance now marked by a weathered sign warning of danger. This mine, long sealed and considered unsafe, became the focal point of the town's anxieties. The townspeople, who had once thrived on the coal industry, now saw the mine as a symbol of their deepest fears. The creature, it seemed, had made its lair in the dark depths of the earth. The labyrinthine tunnels and shafts provided the perfect hiding place, away from the prying eyes of the townsfolk. Armed with whatever weapons they could find, the men of Van Meter gathered at the mine entrance. They brought torches, pitchforks and old hunting rifles, anything that might help them in their quest. They were determined to confront the creature on their terms. The fear in their eyes was palpable, but so was their resolve. They knew that this might be their only chance to rid their town of the menace. As they approached the gaping maw of the mine, a foul stench wafted from its depths. The smell was almost unbearable, a mix of decay and something unidentifiable, something otherworldly. The air grew heavy with the weight of fear and anticipation. Every step they took seemed to echo louder, the sound bouncing off the walls of the mine, amplifying their dread. What followed would be a night forever etched in the annals of Van Meter. The events of that night would be recounted for generations, a tale of bravery, fear, and the unknown lurking beneath the surface of their quiet town. Vanquished or vanished? The details of what transpired in the mine are shrouded in mystery and conflicting accounts. What is known is that the men of Van Meter, led by the fearless O.V. White, entered the mine with guns blazing. They were met with an unholy screech that echoed through the tunnels. A blinding light emanating from the depths of the mine forced them back. When the light subsided and the dust settled, the creature was gone. Some say it was vanquished by the combined might of the townspeople. Others believe it simply retreated further into the earth, using its mastery of light and shadow to escape. Whatever the case, the Van Meter visitor was never seen again. The legend lives on. The events of 1903 left an indelible mark on Van Meter. The creature may be gone, but its story lives on. To this day, the legend of the Van Meter visitor is passed down through generations. It serves as a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved. The story of the Van Meter visitor is a tale whispered around campfires and recounted in hushed tones. It is a story that captures the imagination and sends shivers down the spine. It's a reminder that even in the most ordinary of places, the extraordinary can lurk just around the corner. Searching for answers in the dustbin of history. So what really happened in Van Meter in 1903? This small town in Iowa became the epicenter of a series of strange and unsettling events that have puzzled historians and enthusiasts alike for over a century. Was it a case of mass hysteria fueled by fear and superstition? The townspeople were gripped by a collective anxiety, their imaginations running wild with tales of a mysterious creature. Or was there something more to the story, something truly unexplainable? Eyewitness accounts describe a creature unlike anything seen before, leaving many to wonder if there was a supernatural element at play. Over the years, Many theories have been proposed, ranging from misidentified animals to early experimental aircraft. Some suggest it was a large bird or bat, while others believe it was an early attempt at flight gone awry. Yet, none of these theories can fully explain the bizarre events that unfolded in that small Iowa town. The sightings, the strange noises, and the palpable fear that gripped Van Meter remain shrouded in mystery. The Van Meter visitor remains an enigma, a tantalizing mystery that continues to fascinate and frighten. It has become a part of local folklore, a story passed down through generations. Perhaps, in the end, some stories are best left untold. The unanswered questions and the eerie silence that follows only add to the allure of the unknown. Or perhaps, somewhere out there, in the darkest corners of our world, the visitor still watches, waiting for the right moment to return. The mystery of Van Meter serves as a reminder that some secrets are never truly buried.